Hello and welcome to Simuldub Saints, your guide to seasonal anime dubs. I'm your host, LaserKid, and with me as always is my trusty co-host.
Hello, I am Archangel, lover of cat girls.
You've been listening to our theme song, Wherever I Go, from front of the podcast, Frieren. Please check out their awesome music, link in the description.
And in this episode, we are shouting out Extinct Zoo. More about them at the end.
Do they have the dodos?
I don't know if he has a video on them, actually.
I'm being stupid, don't mind me.
Maybe. I'll check while we talk. Anyway.
Okay, well, we've got some cool new Simuldubs to talk about. Before we do that, it's time to get into the news. So, in the news, Trapped in a Dating Sim, the world of Otome Games' Tougher Mob Season 2 anime reveals a 2026 broadcast and a teaser visual. I am very happy. This show is beautifully, beautifully stupid in all the right ways, and I'm so happy for more. Especially because it left off on things getting interesting. So, yeah, Ark, I showed you the first episode of the show, so hopefully you have some interest now.
Sort of. Oh my god, I'm with the protagonist in wanting to just kind of destroy everything, but yeah.
That's what makes it fun. I'm with him too. and it's only gonna get worse.
And yeah, the world makes no fucking sense. Just to take one example, if this world is so... If the women are in power in this world, why was his father even allowed to have an affair without being killed, or him and his mother being killed?
See, I like that, and I like that you noticed that, because he's pointed out the writers of this thing were not fleshing it out. So it's not like the show itself is bad. Yeah. It's pointing out bad things that bad storytellers do, and I love it. I love it for it. So, very excited that that's coming back. Also on things coming back, A Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadow Season 2 anime has been announced. This show is all dumb, but in a different way. But you know what? It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's fluff. Hey, I'll watch more of it. And now for something that is truly metal. Skeleton Knight in Another World Season 2 is coming in July. Oh man. I'd given up on another season for this one. Do you remember Skeleton Knight?
I'm not sure.
Big paladin dude, but he's a skeleton.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this one.
You might want to, because I'm definitely running season 2 when we get to it. It is a glorious show. It is a fairly generic isekai at first, but the main character is incredibly entertaining. Okay. So it's fun. And on they're friends of ours, so we gotta talk about them. Divine Messengers and Demonic Guardians, as well as Vegetable Sandwich, are coming from our friends over at Manga Mavericks. Love that they are thriving, man. Excellent. Hats off to you, V-Lord. Good stuff. And our last piece of news, one that makes me very, very happy. Mushoku Tensei, Season 3, July 2026. Excellent. And I can finally say this now that we're this close to it. The story is just about to actually start.
Cool.
As someone who's read the light novels, everything up to this season is just set up.
I understand. There's one of my stories that actually had another one I need to talk about, if I haven't already, but some other time, is like that. The author basically said, I wrote the first 4 books so I could write these others.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the Appraisal manga? Or books?
No, this is I forget the Conqueror from the Northern Lands or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I know you told me about that before.
Yeah, we'll
deal with that when we get there.
We'll make an extra prayers about it some other time.
Indeed.
Got a different one for today later.
Indeed. But that is our news. And so now we get into our topic. It's Wonderful Wintry Worlds of 2026. We're going to start off with High Dive, who have not announced any new Simuldubs, or simulcast dubs, what they call them, but they dubbed the entire fall 2025 season, and they've only got the 3 shows. I'm pretty sure all 3 of them are going to get dubs. So, even though these are not officially announced, I'm expecting them at this point. So, okay. I could be wrong, and you can smack me later if I am, but I'm just guessing. The first of these, and the most likely to get a dub, is Chain Soldier Season 2, because they dubbed Season 1, so why wouldn't they dub 2? I'm still not interested, but the sub comes out on January 8th, 2026 at 10:30 a.m. This is that one arc. You can go ahead and say it. I know you want to say it.
What? Oh, I'm going to say this a couple times today, but anime should be anime and hentai should be hentai.
And no, it fits. Definitely fits this one. But, if that's your thing, I guess have at. I tried the first episode of Season 1, and I noped out of that. But, to each their own. And our friend of the podcast, our Dragon's going to be very excited for this next one. Reincarnated as a dragon hatchling. Sub comes out.
Like a Pikachu.
He looks like an Agumon to me.
I'm an army, so that's my frame of reference. But
I'm referencing Digimon. That's still pretty normy. But the sub release is January 10th at 8 a.m. The log line: our hero needs to come out of his shell, literally. Reborn in another world inside a dragon egg, he doesn't have the amazing magic or mighty physical strength of your typical isekai adventurer just yet. He'll need to break free and grow from a weak hatchling and into a fearsome beast if he wants to escape the deep dark forest unscathed. What battles and adventures await him in this unique take on isekai phenomenon? Of the 3 that we're talking about, this is probably the lowest likely to get dubbed. But given that there's only 3 of them and they dubbed everything, I still think it'll get dubbed. But in terms of the most likely, yeah, this is the least likely one. And our last entry is Hell Mode. Sub-release January 9th at 11:35 a.m. We don't know for any of these because, again, we're speculating on these dubs, but it seems likely. In this case, I'm going to give it a medium likelihood because I've actually heard of Hell Mode before. For Hell Mode, 35-year-old Kenichi Yamada has spent his life playing every single MMORPG he can get his hands on. Tired of new games that cater to casual players, he leaps at the chance to try out a never-ending game with an intimidating Hell Mode that raises the difficulty and chances to level up to impossible heights. But as soon as he selects Summoner, he finds himself reborn into a family of serfs as a baby named Alan in the world of the game. With not but his memories and wits to guide him, Alan sets off to conquer Hell Mode, unearth the secrets of the Summoner class, and free his newfound family from their fate. This looks really interesting. They better dub this.
Okay. Well, I mean, if he's summoning waifus, they better not be obnoxious.
I have no idea. Well, I guess we'll find out.
By the key art, I'm not sure, but...
Well, the key art to me looks more, mixed. Maybe some.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those critters in the key art are his summons, but you never know.
Yeah, that would be my thought as well. But that is High Dive. We're moving on to the evil empire of Crunchyroll. And what should have been a High Dive show, but it is not due to companies buying each other. Oshi no Ko Season 3. The sub starts on January 14th. We estimate the dub to be on January 28th, 2 weeks later. Crunchyroll, as normal, does not give dub airtime. It's just TBA. But if we're going to estimate 2 weeks out later because that's the norm. But this is Oshi no Ko. We have absolutely glazed Oshi no Ko for this entire podcast existence. So we're excited for Oshi no Ko.
Yep. And just things. One, they better not fucking change any voice actors unless there's real life circumstances. And two, and no money doesn't count. And two, if they don't put seasons 1 and 2 up for people who don't have High Dive, then that is a mortal sin.
That might not be able to. Legal obligations. That is currently over
There's
on High
this
Dive.
wonderful thing called money that you can give to people in exchange.
You think they're going to spend money? They'll just wait to
at this point, High Dive would be happy to license it to them.
I'm not sure if that's the case.
Well, they've lost their exclusivity. They may as well make some money off of it.
They can make plenty more money for people giving them a subscription to watch the first 2 seasons. So if I were them, I wouldn't.
Okay, well, how many people will do that?
Quite a bit, actually. No, you're only getting like a month out of them, but if they end up liking your thing, and they did unfuck their website, thank God. Yeah, so sure. Maybe people. Well, I mean, you can track your progress. That's all I ask. It's no longer worse than. It's no longer worse than Crunchyroll. Let's just put it that way.
Bite my tongue, because I have much higher standards when it comes to UI and UX. But
I would love to see better, but when it's at the level of a competitor, that's all I can ask in terms of, general people. Sure, I'd love to see better for both sites, but the point is, your typical Crunchyroll viewer isn't going to have those higher standards that you are having for non-anime streaming sites. I wish streaming sites were all better, but they're not. It's at about the same level. Maybe they'll like what's there. It's a perfect draw. Why would you give that up?
Then.
So I would not expect season 1 and 2 show up on Crunchyroll for a while. Anyway. Oshi no Ko Season 3 is coming, and I don't expect the dub to change. High Dive, Sentai Filmworks, and Crunchyroll are both Texas dubbing studios. They're on the opposite sides of the state, but they're still both Texas. And usually there's a lot of crossover in the dub voice pools. I would expect them to keep the voice cast.
Yeah, well, I would hope so. But firstly, just on principle, but also because, oh my god, that cast.
Oh, it's great. It's easily Sentai Filmworks' best dub ever. Their dubs vary in quality. This one's really good. But alright, that's Oshi no Ko. And Ark, I know you want to talk about this next one, because this one's all
yours. Oh, yes, this is all my kind of trash. So, let the lover of cat girls introduce a Misanthrope teaches a class for Demi-Humans. So their time, January 10th, which is yesterday as we record this, dub time TBA. So the guesstimate would be the 24th on that basis, and the Pressy is a traumatized teacher meets demi-human students and discovers a path back to hope. So this is the mostly human type of anthro, and yeah, I mean, my comment is just please don't suck and please don't be gross.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this one, but I will try it for your sake.
With this sort of thing, it's all in the execution.
The idea of they need to prove themselves to be worthy of being humans, I don't like that. I really don't care for that.
Okay, I didn't get that part. All right, so
somebody didn't watch the trailer.
No.
I usually
don't. I usually don't watch the trailers.
You should. That's where I got that from.
But okay, so we're already starting in the hole in that respect. Whatever, we'll see what this brings.
Yeah, I'll try it for you. Like I said, I'll try it. But I'm hard maybe. If it's done well, it could be fine. But yeah, that's that one. I suppose I should go to the next one. An Adventurer's Daily Grind at age 29. I approve. Older pro tags, yes please. That's still way younger than me, but that's closer. Sub airtime is Wednesdays at 5. Dub is to be announced, but it premiered on January 7th, so we estimate January 21st. A 29-year-old adventurer's peaceful life changes after rescuing an abandoned girl from being eaten by a slime. This is perfectly adorable looking, especially if you watch the trailer. I can absolutely see loving this.
Indeed.
Well, Ark, do you want this next one, or do you want me to jump on the bomb?
Oh, I'll do it. So it's season 2 of Anyway I'm Falling in Love with You. Mitsuho and her childhood friends find themselves swept up in yet another whirlwind of emotions this season. If you liked season 1, here's more of it. I'm not interested.
Yep, this airs Thursdays at 9 for the sub. The dub started on January 8th, so we're estimating January 22nd for that dub. Not for us, but it might be for you, so it's there for you. This is going to be a running thing from me. This season's Simuldubs are very heavy on the romance, and there are several notable non-romance or, oh, will they, won't they kind of stuff that's more actiony that is not getting dubbed, and I think we have too many of these dubbed this season. That's my personal take. I don't want none of them. I think we should all have something, but
yeah, they should be more selective just because they obviously don't have the resources to dub everything, and
well, I wouldn't necessarily, not everything needs to be dubbed, but there are certain shows that absolutely should be, and they're not. And then we have stuff that is questionable. This one probably is not one that I would say doesn't deserve a dub. Season 1 was dubbed. At that point, you're kind of obligated in. But moving along to Dark Moon, the Blood Altar. Sub airtime January 9th. And dub airtime is also January 9th because, same day dub! Love it when it happens. At a vampire-filled academy, a new student's arrival serves desire, secrets, and danger. It's okay so far. Not great, not bad. But, I don't know.
It strikes me as Twilight Anime Edition.
It kind of does.
So not interested. But what it is, it's executed very well, and so
it
forth.
Is,
it's
it
just
is
held
done
absolutely no interest for me. If you have any teenagers or any people who are just like this sort of thing, no shame on you. Here you go. You'll probably love it.
Yeah, we decided to give it another episode because some of us liked it more than others, but I would have probably dropped it after episode 1 on my own.
Same. It just
okay.
It didn't offend me. It just bored me.
So, Ark, there are several of these. I don't know if you care about them, but I definitely care about some of these. Do you mind if I take a couple and then give you a couple?
Not at all.
Okay. This one really interests me. This is Dead Account. Sub airtime January 10th, today as we record this. Dub airtime we estimate January 24th, again 2 weeks later. A toxic streamer secretly fights for his sister until occult horrors invade his life. And I've looked at the trailer. It's a little more than that. Sometimes when a person's account goes dead, or they die when they have an account, sometimes that account can be used as a ghost to attack people. And our main character, who is totally a toxic streamer, he's doing an act. He's not like serious based on the trailer. He's basically a trolling lord, but his sister comes under attack by these things, and he starts being able to see them, and now he's being flung into the world of supernatural. I'm very curious. This could... I stand by what I said before I saw the trailer, which is either trash or amazing. This could really go either way, but I'm very interested.
Whatchamacallit, Dark Gathering is maybe very, very leery of the term occult horror.
Well, I wouldn't call this occult horror.
I don't know. I'm just gun shy, so we'll see.
Fair enough. I mean, let me put it to you this way. By that definition, Deki no Mogura was occult horror.
Okay.
I don't think this is a horror show. We'll get to one of those that I think is. We'll get to one of these that I'm pretty sure is, but this trailer, this is like Bleach or Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay, so probably not for me then.
I don't know. We'll see. Definitely not for you is Fire Force Season 3 Part 2. Already rolling. It's been rolling. Its first episode was a couple days ago. Same day dub. So this one comes out on Fridays. As chaos spreads, Shinra and Company 8 fight to stop a final world-ending blaze. I really need to watch the last half of Season 3 because I was caught up and I love Fire Force. Very cool show. I don't think you're going to want to watch 2.5 seasons to catch up in time, though, Ark.
Indeed not. So maybe someday.
Indeed. This next one is certainly all you because I just did a double.
Okay, and this would be Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. So does this need any freaking introduction? Our first episode was things you should watch that aren't Frieren because this took the internet by fucking storm.
Yeah. So no, that's when we started.
Sub comes out January 16th at some unspecified time, so we estimate the double hit on or about the 30th of January. And the Pressy is, just for completeness sake, the Pressy is on the road to Ende. Frieren confronts past bonds and rising threats with her newfound party.
And of course we're going to watch this. It's Frieren. I don't know what to tell you either. It's fucking Frieren. God tier show, definitely watching. I have some familiar with this next show, but if you want to talk about it, that's fine.
Nope. My comment is literally Nani.
Alright, Golden Kamuy, final season. Southern times, Monday at 6:30. It premiered January 5th, so we estimate January 19th for the dub. The search for hidden gold enters its final chapter in the latest season of Golden Kamuy. Ark, I'll give you a little bit more, and I guess the audience as well, because I've actually watched the first season and a half of this. Golden Kamuy is a thriller of sorts. There's missing gold from the Japanese government that a man hid, and he tattooed the map to the gold on the back of a bunch of prisoners, where the idea was if you kill the prisoner and skin their back, you put them all together, you'll have the map. So you got to hunt these people down and try and find out. Our heroes are just basically making copies and not killing them, but some people are killing them, and it is a race to find the gold.
That's
everyone is involved. Oh, the bad guys are absolutely sick. The good guys are pretty awesome in this.
No, just like the premise is kind of messed up.
Oh, it was bad guy me and a bad guy. What do you do? Yeah. But there's a lot of good stuff. It's a good show. I actually do highly recommend it. All right, Ark, you can talk about this next one if you want to, or if you want me to suffer, I will.
No, I'll do it. So the name of the show is Hana-Kimi. It airs on Sunday at 6 a.m. Pacific time. It's already going. And same day dub. So we've seen the first episode, and the Pressy is to be near her idol. Mizuki disguises herself as a boy at his all-boys high school. Problem, they're now roommates. So for what this is well executed, and it did legitimately make me chuckle a few times. So if you're into this sort of thing, it's probably
if you're into this, it's probably fine.
If you like silly and juvenile stuff in a good way, this is definitely something to check out. But if like us, that isn't really your taste, then
it wasn't for me, but it might be for you, and I will agree. It is well put together.
Yeah.
And now for something that I gave up on. Hell's Paradise Season 2. Sub airtime January 11th. That's today. That's at 7:15 a.m. Pacific. Dub airtime, we don't know the time, but the day we estimate to be January 25th. Gabamura fights to find the elixir and escape the island ahead of an approaching celestial war. No trailer, but it's season 2 of Hell's Paradise. You either know what this is or you don't. I'm very excited. This show is fun.
It's interesting. I'm gonna watch because I can't not watch, but it's gonna give me nightmares again.
It gave you nightmares?
It's just some of the imagery is just it's just
I didn't know that actually. If you
yeah,
want to
it's not like Dark Gathering. It's not as bad as Dark Gathering. It's just it's really weird in a way that messes with my brain.
Oh, the show is trippy. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and again, it's just kind of an allergic reaction type of thing. It's not. If it was bad enough, I would have said something.
Okay, I was gonna say I had no idea you had nightmares. Like, I don't want you to have nightmares for sure.
Yeah, not like waking up screaming, but really weird dreams.
Gotcha. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first season. And very much excited to see more. I didn't think we were gonna get more.
Cool. So yeah, it's if it's like anything like the first season, it's probably going to win an award for visual design.
Oh, easily. This is we don't know what else we're gonna run into. We don't know how good everything else is.
It's very unique. If you love unique visuals and you haven't seen season 1, go watch it. It is
absolutely
amazing. On that basis, it's in a very different vein, but it's like Bye Bye Earth in that it is totally unique, at least in my experience.
Oh yes. I don't think we were around when season 1 was running, but it was something.
For the podcast, I don't think so.
No, we as a group were watching it. Yeah. The group of people we watch with, we were already watching, but it was a year before us. So yeah, it's back. Well, Ark, this next one is totally all you.
If I must. It's called In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. Sub airtime January 11th. So today as we record this, and dub airtime we guesstimate to be the 25th of January. So Yoi, a girl nicknamed Prince, meets Ichimura, also called Prince, and they grow closer. That's the description. That's it. So yeah, we'll see. I'll give it an episode, see if it catches me, but this looks like bog standard romance stuff.
It's standard romance. I'm not super interested. Romance can work for me, as you've noticed, but it's really not my
It has to have something interesting above the romance itself.
I mean, Stars Brother was pretty basic romance, but I still fell for it.
Right. Well, that was the strength of the characters. So
that's what did it. That's exactly what did it.
All right. So anyway, yeah. Romance. Next up, something that is not romance, at least not primarily.
Jack of all trades, Party of None. Sub airtime Wednesdays at 7. It premiered on December 31st, so we estimate January 13th for that dub. A solo adventure aims to make an ultimate comeback after he is abandoned by the hero party. I want to know how does this keep happening? Hero parties need to unionize.
Yeah, okay, guys. Banished from the Heroes Party is cool, but it's been riffed on too much. Let's give it a break.
I agree. Now, I love Banished from the Heroes Party. It was one of my favorite shows. And I've mildly enjoyed many of these. And this could be good. I have some concerns. I've seen the trailer. It feels like the main character's trying a little too hard.
Makes sense.
But, I mean, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. And it could be fine. Hey, editing Laser Kid here, but I'm not alone.
Editing Arc here. Hello.
Well, I'm still editing, but we're post-recording.
Yeah, post-production Saints here.
Yes, post-production Saints. This is my fault because I took forever to edit this episode. It's been a crazy week, put it that way. So this episode is a week late. But we've actually watched Jack of all trades since we discussed it in a rather concerned manner. And I was concerned all the way until we actually watched it. And then we watched it.
It's fine to good.
Yeah.
I would say.
The concept is as generic as we were concerned about it being, but it makes up for it with some really good characterization and the characters' dialogues is very well done. The execution on this, I'd say give it a shot.
Yeah, it's not going to set the world on fire, but it
No,
is
it's not going to set the
definitely
world
worth
on
your
fire.
time.
And I actually jumped ahead because I did end up liking it enough, and I watched a couple episodes subtitled just to see what it only gets better.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's our post-recording cells. As I edit this to throw this in here, usually I just throw up a little thing, but for you audio listeners, I figured we should both say something.
Yeah. So thank you, us. Back to us.
Indeed, back to the past. Well, Ark, I guess you get to talk about the fan favorite that neither of us are watching.
Sure. So it's Jujutsu Kaisen, the Culling Game, Part 1.
That's season 3.
It says Part 1 in the key art.
It's season 3, Part 1.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so sub airtime Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Pacific. It's already running, and dub TBA guesstimating the 22nd.
Because so it premiered on the 8th.
Yes. The Culling Game begins in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, pushing Yuji and his allies to their limits.
It's Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is great, but I'm never going to catch my my watch crew up. But I will say, as a manga reader, I've actually not watched much of the anime. I've seen some, and it's a good adaptation. But I've read a lot of this manga, and it is really, really good. But I don't know if it'd be your thing or not, Ark, because it's another one of those supernatural war things. And
yeah, this is probably the fact of me saying no rather than meh is probably in reaction to another show that we're going to talk about. So full disclosure, folks, there is one show this season whose existence I despise, and we'll get to it.
Oh, is it what I think it is?
Probably.
Well, next up, I hope you like Raising because the motherfucking Ghost is back. I'm never going to get over this title. MF Ghost Season 3. I will never get over this title.
Go big or go home.
I guess. This sub airtime is Thursday at 6:30. It premiered on January 1st. We estimate a dub of January 15th. Tension spike in MF Ghost Season 3 as Kanata pushes his limits on ever riskier tracks. You know, I'm actually glad they're dubbing this because I haven't seen anything like Initial D in a long time, and it's kind of cool that there's just another one.
Oh yeah, this is a genre that, if it's done well, is evergreen.
Yes, and I've been complaining, and I will continue to complain about how many romance dubs we have this season.
Although, was there ever an anime version of Densha Didi, the one with the trains?
I think that's just a parody, dude.
Right, well, it's a parody video game, but did anyone ever make an anime out of it? If not, they need to, just for the ridiculousness.
That is such a obscure one-off thing. No.
Okay, somebody get on that. It's also got one of the best soundtracks.
Like, most people listening to us don't know what you're talking about.
Go look it up. It's a trip.
You're talking about something incredibly obscure. I only know about it because of you.
Okay. Densha Didi, go Google, go YouTube it. It's funny.
I'm going to task you to send me an image so I can throw that up for you. Anyway, very cool. Glad it actually is getting a dub. Totally deserves one. And I suppose we move on to our next one, Ark.
Okay, so next up, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Sub airs, the first episode's already out, airs Mondays at 6 a.m. Pacific, same day dubs. So yeah, it's MHA. It's a good time.
Yeah, it's all right.
This first episode, I'm just kind of feeling sorry for Pop.
But yeah. It's Hero Academia Vigilantes.
To give her head pats. But yeah.
It's Hero Academia in general. It's a good time.
Oh yeah. I can actually take this next one because I have some vague familiarity with it.
Oh, then by all means do, because I know of it.
So this is called Roll Over and Die. Sub airtime Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific. Dub airtime TBA, but it premiered on the 8th, so we're guesstimating the 22nd. So the anime précis is when betrayal pushes her to the brink, Flum unlocks a deadly power to reclaim her fate. I can elaborate on that a little bit.
By all means.
So I haven't read the light novel, but I have seen this a lot on Bookwalker. That's got both LN and manga. It's got an audio version. It's apparently pretty popular. So let me read you the précis for Volume 1 of the light novel. Flum Apricot was never meant to be a hero. Despite 0 stats across the board and a power she can't even use, she somehow finds herself included in a party of heroes. But Flum's life hits rock bottom when the party's renowned sage, Jean something French, decides that the useless girl is dead weight and arranges to have her sold into slavery. Tossed to monsters to be eaten for her master's entertainment, Flum makes the desperate choice to reach for a cursed weapon, and something new awakens within her. A grim dark tale about one woman's blood-soaked quest to reclaim her life. So I read that and moved on. But so I have absolutely no interest in this show personally, but if that sounded appealing to you, if you like grim dark stuff, check it out, because it apparently the given how popular it seems to be, there's got to be something here if you're into this sort of shit. I don't
try it, but you've given me a good reason to be.
I'm not watching this because I don't like even male or female. I don't like shows where the point is just to smack the hero around. But particularly when it's a female lead, I do not like that. Call me sexist.
I don't generally like it either, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm not overly optimistic with that information, though.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are welcome to try it. I'll just go do something else and then come back when that block is over.
Okay. Well, speaking of grimdark,
yeah, this is good grimdark. It's good for me.
I fail to see the difference, to be honest with you. But this is Sentenced to be a Hero. So airtime, it's already happened. It was on January 15th. And the same day dub. We will not have an episode. So it was on the 5th. Episode 2 premieres on January 15th. So that's Thursday. We didn't have one this last week because the last episode was double length. A convicted goddess killer is condemned to a cycle of eternal punishment, battling hordes of enemies. And we immediately fell in love with this thing. We've watched it. We've already talked about it last time.
A good man who gave everything for the sake of others is betrayed in the worst way possible and now exists as a rage monster.
I fail to see the difference between this and the other one. I really do. I don't see the difference.
Fair enough, but maybe there isn't one.
And he is facing the problem of when he dies, he doesn't die. He comes back, suffers more. And if he does die, he loses a part of himself. I don't see how this is different.
Okay. I don't have an answer for you.
But it's really good. So I would encourage you to at least try an episode with us on the other one, because maybe it's really good too. If you're hearing other people say it may be the execution. If it's not, we're not going to watch it anyway. So I'd encourage you to try the other one, because look at this. This one wins on execution. But you know what doesn't win on execution, even though the execution is very good?
Okay. Shiboyugi, playing death games to put food on the table. This is the one whose existence I despise.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you, actually. I'm not a fan. We watched it.
Yeah, if people are into this sort of thing, and full disclosure, I am judging you if you're into this sort of thing, but you have the right to enjoy what you enjoy. But this is not good for you.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
This is like Saw or more like Squid Game. And
before you jump into that, we got to get some of the information out of the way.
Yeah, just
okay. Dub and dub are on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Same day dub. Trapped in a mansion of death games, Yuki turns her strange profession into survival. And no, I do not have the stuff for the show. You can continue your rant now.
Yeah, this gave me nightmares, and in trying to process through this, I realized in very precise terms what this is. This is torture porn.
Yeah. Red Gumby, who one of our buddies who watches with us, actually made the comparison that it is Saw and Squid Game merged together. And it really
I don't know. I don't know much about Squid Game. In Saw, as from what little I understand, the people are supposed to deserve it in some way. In this case, they do not. And the fact that it's pretty girls dressed up in fetish outfits having unspeakable things happen to them, this is sick. Okay?
Oh, I agree.
I despise the fact that that money and the time of very talented artists was spent and wasted making this anime, because it is very well made. It's a waste. It is a waste of people's time and talent. Not to mention the excellent voice actors' talent. So that is my thing. I despise this existence. And yeah. And if that offends you, I'm sorry, but my opinions are my opinions. And I do not apologize. I can keep heaping abuse on this thing, but that's it, really.
But yeah, this show, I understand that people get into this sort of thing. I'm not really a fan. Who are you supposed to get behind? They're all either victims or terrible. And that was when I really couldn't handle it. Was when it was like, oh, we're all going to be terrible to each other now. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah, well, I actually muted and stopped watching. About I'm guesstimating from the fact this went on for fucking ever. I think it was about 25 to 30% of the way in. I just muted the audio. I couldn't deal with it anymore.
I don't blame you. Although I watched the whole damn thing because I kept waiting for it to do something, anything, and it never did.
At the point I clicked off, I wouldn't have cared if it did.
Let's just say, out of our group, 3/4 of us absolutely vetoed the hell out of it, and then one of us was like, "Oh, this is my thing." I'm like, "Okay."
And to him and anyone else who is into this, I would say this is bad for you. Just like excessive amounts of true crime stuff, this is bad for you. You're free to do what you want if you're an adult, but that's my honest advice for you.
Yeah, I don't see the appeal, but some people like this crap.
No, it's not even not seeing appeal. This is literally harmful to someone's mental health. As someone who has looked into real life horror stuff to learn about how the darker side of the human experience works, it is bad for your mental health. I almost had a nervous breakdown at one point, and that's why I don't actively look into that anymore, except maybe to comment on current events here and there. So, indulging in this for fun, it's like doing meth. It's not good for you in the long term. It's like meth for your brain.
Anyway. Well, let's move on, shall we? To
something much better.
Something I'm actually kind of interested in because I'm a sucker for this subgenre. The Villainess is adored by the Prince of the Neighbor Kingdom. Sub airtime January 11th. So we estimate January 25th. A woman will have to chart a new path when she is reincarnated into her favorite Otome game, and a new prince proposes. I'm going to give you a little bit more because I watched the trailer. She is about to be exiled from the kingdom by the Prince of the Kingdom because villainous. And the Prince of another kingdom's like, that's fine. Be my bride. Ooh. I'm a sucker for this. I will totally watch it. Whether or not it's any good, I have no idea. And Ark, you get to be the winner of a show that we're definitely watching.
Oh yeah, so TRIGUN STARGAZE, which is the next part of the TRIGUN reimagining. So the sub aired on January 10th. And so therefore we estimate the dub to be on the 24th. This was not a same day dub.
No,
and
it is not.
Vash faces Million Knives organization as new colonists arrive, deciding the fate of this panicked world. So that's interesting.
I've known this was coming because they said they were going to continue it, but I didn't expect it to come when it did. I kind of forgot about it, but you know what? I enjoyed Trigun Stampede, so hopefully Stargate is good too. Also, as if we wouldn't watch Trigun.
Right.
Oh, good. I get to talk about this one. That makes me happy. Tune in to the Midnight Heart. Sub airtimes Tuesdays at 6 a.m. It started on January 6th. We estimate a dub of January 20th. The anonymous streamer Apollo starts one's man journey to find the performer behind the dynamic voice. I watched episode 1 of this, subtitled.
Okay.
Main character fell in love with the streamer Apollo, and there was and by fell in love I don't mean I listened. Like they talked back and forth, and he was practically her only listener for a while, and they kind of developed a friendship. But one day Apollo stopped broadcasting without a word or a statement as to why. And so he decides he's going to track her down. And based on information he got from her, because again, they had conversations, he figured out that she was at a specific school in the broadcasting club, of which there were 4 members. One of them has to be her. And so he's been going around asking the ladies of his school to say, I love you to him, because Apollo said that to him once. He's trying to compare his memories of what she sounded like to what he's hearing. And the trick of it is all 4 of the girls in the broadcasting club kind of sound like Apollo, but different elements of the voice. So he's very confused. This is cute and fun, and I definitely want to see it.
Okay, well, that sounds a little bit less stalkery than I had assumed based on the description. So that's good.
Oh yeah, no, he is socially completely lost. He does not understand social conventions. That is a problem.
I mean, who hasn't escorted a young lady home without telling her about it? You know,
no, this is more like he bursts down doors and talks to people, and it's like, guy.
Okay, well,
but it's cute. Fun. It's fun.
I mean, the key makes me think of jellyfish. So,
yeah, of all the romance shows we've seen mentioned this season, this is probably the one I might like.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we have 2 more of them to talk about.
Okay, well, I'll take the next one. It's called You and I Are Polar Opposites. Sub airtime the 11th. Not a Simuldub, or same day dub, I should say. So, dub estimated on the 25th. She is outgoing, he is shy. High school love gets awkward when opposites collide, and courage is the real test. So I did actually watch the trailer for this one, and at the end I didn't want to punch anyone, which for a show in this genre is a good sign, but I doubt it'll be anything spectacular. We shall see.
Suppose. I'm not particularly interested, but we'll try it.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if you're into romance shows, this one seems at the very least adequate and maybe excellent. We'll see.
Indeed. Next up, You Can't Be in a Rom-Com with Your Childhood Friends. I will give it credit for this and this alone. That is a funny title.
It's definitely what you see is what you get.
Yes. Summer time, Mondays at 7:30. The dub premiered on January 5th, so we estimate January 19th. Growing up changes everything when a boy notices his childhood friends a little too much. Nah. No. Too many romance Simuldubs are going on, and this one's not it for me. And what really annoys me is that, and I'm going to talk about this in a minute, there are several stuff that aren't getting dubbed that should. I'm looking at you, Samurai Troopers / Ronin Warriors.
Yes. So yeah, say it with me, fam. Anime should be anime, and hentai should be hentai. This is a classic hentai plot, and it works well for that purpose. I fail to see the point as an anime. And since we've got so much on our plate this season, I'm perfectly comfortable just skipping this. If this does turn out to be amazing, people, let us know, and we'll catch up, but I'm not optimistic.
And our last entry, which wasn't listed on the shows, but is sitting there dubbed, brand new in the season on Crunchyroll. Kaya-chan Isn't Scary. Sub airtime Sundays at 2, dub airtime Sundays at 2, same day dub. It's Temu Dark Gathering. Either very, very dumb or very, very horror. I'm a hard pass for me either way.
Same. Dark Gathering is plenty for me. This does look very good for what it is, and it's very much it's like Dark Gathering Junior Edition, because this girl's even younger than Yayoi. So if you like Dark Gathering and you're into horror generally, definitely check this out. I have a feeling it's going to be very good for that.
Sure. I'll agree with that.
Either that or just silly, but it didn't feel... It felt more serious than silly from the trailer.
Indeed. And that is the end of our new dubs, but we have several that are continuing. GNOSIA, Saturdays at 8:30, both sub and dub. This is one that did run this previous season, but like the one we just talked about, it was announced. It was not announced. It just showed up. By the time this came out, we were watching so much we didn't end up watching it. But suspicions abound as a mysterious entity called GNOSIA boards a spaceship and hunts its crew. It's kind of like John Carpenter's The Thing, because the thing of it is, it's also Groundhog Day. Main character continually lives the same day over and over, and the thing is a different person every time. Not sure I care, but I know at least one person in our group who's very interested in this, and it's the same person who's interested in the other thing that we weren't really interested in.
Yeah, so this is fine. It's Among Us. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's Among Us with Groundhog Day.
Or for people who want proper mechanics, Space Station 14. But anyway, I may be a little bit biased and arrogant in that regard.
Yeah, anyway, no. I know you don't like Among Us, but Among Us is perfect.
Oh no. Among Us is great. It's taken that aspect of Space Station and turned it into a party game, which is great.
Then you can't call it bad mechanics when it's got good mechanics.
No. I didn't say bad mechanics. I said proper mechanics. I said fully fleshed out.
Okay, that's not how that came across. Anyway, yeah, that's what that is. But Ark,
if I'm not participating in it, I have no interest.
All right, well, Ark, why don't you tell us about our next technically continuing dub, but it's more of a start because the dub hasn't actually started yet. The sub did, but the dub has not begun yet.
So, the season 5 of the daily life of the Immortal King. Let's
Hail to the King, go. Baby! Hell yes! We don't have an estimate on the dub because we're already so many episodes in, but the sub is on Saturdays at 7 p.m. There's no way to know when the dub's gonna hit. It's not. They're not doing a standard 2-week out late dub. Who knows? But it will get dubbed. They've announced it, and they've dubbed all 4 previous seasons. But I'm very excited because
so Wong Ling's family life is turned upside down with the arrival of a little sister, Wong Duan. And
they're
doomed. My god,
they're so doomed.
Yeah, well, I mean, Big Brother is going to have to be daddy because who else can discipline her? But he'll be great at it.
Now there are 2 of them. This is getting out of hand.
Yes.
I guess that brings us to our next entry, To Your Eternity Season 3. Following the elimination of the Knockers, Fushi awakens in the modern era and learns his creator's true goals. I got no new insights. We've talked about it already. We weren't able to really catch up. There wouldn't have been any way for us to catch up because you'd have to have watched 2 seasons before the last season. I don't think you're going to watch 2.5 before this.
Someday, maybe, but not today.
I know I've told you that it gets really sad, and I've called it Cryternity before. I do think you'd like it, but yeah, it's an investment.
Okay. Well,
Ark, I know you want to talk about this next one, and I'm so happy it's continuing.
Yes, so we get more Tojima wants to be a Kamen writer. So,
Rider Punch!
Same day dub, Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific. So it's Kamen Rider. We did a whole episode on it. If you don't know what this is, go watch our episode on it. We got a we got a whole crew together to talk about this amazing craziness.
And we also recently gave it a ton of awards. Yeah, no,
Yes.
This is a great show.
Yeah, yay!
Nice. And I'm going to talk about Digimon BEATBREAK here, but this is under the presumably list because they've not said when they're going to release more episodes. I thought we were going to get weekly after the 5 drop. We haven't. I don't know when we're getting more Digimon BEATBREAK, but we're going to get more Digimon BEATBREAK, and I loved it, so hopefully we get more. Ark, your comment on the page is literally ...
This is painfully 90s, both in all the best and all the worst ways. LK is super into it. I'm not, but I'm going along because it doesn't bother me.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's Digimon. And very good Digimon. What do you want?
It's probably the best Digimon show I've ever seen, and that's saying something.
Yeah, and if that doesn't mean anything to you, just try it out. It's just... Yeah, I've got nothing to say.
It's Digimon, you know?
Pretty much, yeah. So, we're going to have to get at least one guest for the episode we do about this, because I know you want to talk about it, and I just really have nothing to say. It is what it is. It is what it is. I've got nothing to say. I've got nothing... I don't mind it.
I have a guest in mind.
Good.
They've already been invited. They need more to watch, more of it. I need more of it, but it is
Sure,
a thing.
Whatever, but
yes, I can't confirm that because they're not confirmed yet. But guest has been invited. It'd be a guest that has not been on before if it is the person I have invited. And I'll tell you off recording who it is, but...
Okay.
But that's
all right.
The Crunchyroll continuing. Now we've got High Dive continuing. And I'm only listing 2. Technically, all of it's continuing. But most of them are going to be done within 2 or 3 weeks. Heck, one of the ones I'm listing here is done in 5 weeks. So technically it's only 1, but... in 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, alright. I can feel like I don't have to include those. 5 weeks, that's still like over a month ahead. And that first one is...
First one is level 9999 Unlimited Gacha.
That's Wednesdays at 10. I love it. I don't know how Archive you've been feeling about it one way or the other at this point.
I feel like it's a excellent premise, sloppily executed. So if you're going to watch this, don't judge it based on the first episode. It really, really rushes the setup to its detriment, in my personal opinion.
I think that's actually fair.
It does get better from the 3rd episode onward, but the first 2 episodes writing is painful.
Okay,
mostly because they're trying to contract way too much into way too little time, I think, is the reason it's painful.
I think that's fair. And I've been wondering what you thought of Lindrup, so I'm glad to know that you've been enjoying it.
The other thing, especially when they first introduced the attitude of the summon people, at least it's very middle school in the writing, which you'll either find hilarious or you'll find infuriating.
They're all basically hyper dedicated to them.
Yeah, and certainly the first one out was a maid. I think that's why a lot of us the first time we're just like, what the fuck is this? With the first episode. So yeah, don't judge it by the first episode is all I'm telling you, people. You don't have to like it, but yeah. Anyway,
that's fair.
All right, and next up.
All right, next up is Dusk Beyond the End of the World. Wednesdays at 10. I love this one also. This one's got a good run ahead of it. We're only a couple episodes in still.
Yeah, this one's interesting. The first episode, if I hadn't made sure to watch all the way to the end, I would have written this off because I completely thought this was going to be something else.
I knew that you felt that.
I thought this was gonna, because if you just watch the first episode, this is gonna be just a bog standard, boring to low grade romance thing that's doing a springtime for Hitler on the AI question. That is one of the most important questions facing our global society. But I was actually getting really, really pissed. And then it throws a complete curveball at the very end of the first episode. And now I'm interested. Still not sure how I feel about the whole thing, but the villains are very hateable, so
that they
it's
are
worth a watch. Yeah. So, but oh my
god. I feel like we're totally doing an episode on that one when we're done.
If we've got the time, it definitely deserves it.
Agreed. Alright, that is all the dubs! And now for me to complain, why aren't these getting dubbed? It's my subtitle selections, and yeah, no, Samurai Troopers, Ronin Warriors. Why? You have something with a pedigree of Ronin Warriors. This is a major name brand. And they got a sequel anime after like 30 years. Oh no, we're not gonna dub it. What is wrong with you? You're dubbing all of these romance shows, and you have an amazing action show with a crazy action. They've really gone to the nines on the animation on this. And nope, we just leave that subtitled. Why? This one, I don't understand why you'd leave this one like this.
Yeah, I think whoever's choosing what to license and what to dub has some very questionable priorities lately.
Yes.
There's one that I want to just mention the existence of later that for the reason of it's not going to be dubbed or anything, but it's like, why did you even license this?
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is the one that I'm really pissed off about because it'd be like not dubbing a Dragon Ball show.
Right. So yeah, maybe they're still making arrangements for the dub and they don't want to say anything, but Crunchyroll just doesn't do good PR.
They don't.
So yeah, Crunchyroll, get a proper PR team, or if you are paying people for PR, kick them in the ass and or fire them. I hate to be like that, and if you're on the Crunchyroll team and you're listening, I don't have anything against you, but you're dropping the ball. So maybe there's reasons beyond your control, and if so, I forgive you.
That could very well be.
Yeah, so if that's the reason, then I take back what I said. But if it is, if you guys are dropping the ball, then stop, please. Okay.
I agree. Next up, Kunon the Sorcerer Kinsey. This should have been dubbed. I'm not as ragingly upset about it, but I've watched 2 episodes of the subtitled. Kunon Gurion is a blinded mage who's determined to see with magic. So he is the descendant of a legendary hero, and every so often... So the hero fought the Demon Lord, won, but lost like an arm or a leg or something like that. And every so often, someone in his lineage is born missing something. In this case, his sight.
Okay.
They're called the hero, and they're referred to as the hero's scar when they're born. This is a cool idea.
It is.
And then we have this guy who's like, I'm blind. And he starts off really, really depressed. And, what am I supposed to do? But as he's taught magic, a fire's lit under him. I could use magic to see. Now, he doesn't see like you or I would see, but he's able to kind of sense around with magic and get around. And he's becoming very obsessed with magic. And it's so much fun to watch this kid come alive. It is a really good show. It's weird that they wouldn't dub something with such an interesting idea. And it's not even an isekai. It's just a fantasy story. We need more of this.
Yep.
My last one, which I haven't watched, it just looks interesting, is the Holy Grail of Eris. It's got political reform going on. Main character set to be executed, but is rescued, and now they've got by someone else in high society, and they're trying to out who's being bad in high society, and there's going to be backs and forths. It seems interesting to me.
Indeed.
And those are my subtitle picks. And it looks like you've got a lot of them.
Yeah, well, these aren't necessarily things I'm going to watch or even recommending. These are just things that caught my eye. So along with just how much stuff are they releasing this season? My God.
Oh, it's huge.
Cool. So these are just based on skimming the list and looking at key art. and occasionally looking at trailers. So, and they're in the order I found them. So, all right. First up, A Gentle Noble's Vacation Recommendation. So, a nobleman finds himself in another world with no clue what's going on, and I don't think he's from Earth, but he decides to treat it as, rather than a crisis or whatever, he decides to treat it as a vacation. So he hires so the description is Lizelle hires a rugged adventurer as his guide, treating his unexpected new life as an otherworldly vacation. So I don't know what to make of this. And I'll be checking it out. There's a strong possibility that it's a yaoi show, which is fine, but not really my thing, but we'll see. It's just interesting. So there's that. Next up, Easygoing Territory Defense by the Optimistic Lord. So Vaughn, exiled for useless production magic, uses it to transform a forgotten village into a thriving city. So this looks very cliche and ham-fisted, but in a good way. So yeah, I understand why they didn't dub this, but this seems right up my street because I'm a sucker for stories about building a realm from nothing or rebuilding it from the ashes.
Yeah, that's always fun. This one does look fun. I could have fun with this.
So I'll probably watch this on my own. But yeah, so there's that. And then next up, this just caught me with a what the fuck. Isekai Office Worker. The Otherworld's books depends on the bean counter. So I guess everybody's writing isekai novels these days.
Oh, it's common, yeah.
So Seiichiro Kondo is transported to a new world and joins the Royal Accounting Department of Romani Kingdom. So apparently he's caught up in a princess or prophetess or whatever summoning ritual, and he can't go home, so he's like, okay, give me something to do, and he winds up unscrambling the accounting department, and because of a contrived series of things that I'm not going to relate because it would be painful to say, it's silly. But basically, he winds up working closely, apparently, with this Iceman type magician. So again, possible yaoi, we'll see. But it's unusual enough that I'm gonna check it out just because, like, what? I didn't see a light novel for this.
Could be a manga, could be a manhwa, could be original.
True. Indeed. So the next one, oh god, The Demon King's Daughter is Too Kind.
Yeah, this had you written all over it. I'm not surprised to see this.
Oh my god, yeah, it just, I'm okay. It's either gonna be unbearably dumb or unbearably adorable. But yeah, so what is a demon king to do when his daughter is born too pure of heart to accept the evil throne? It looks silly as all hell.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's another one that if we're dubbing romance stories, why the fuck didn't you dub this, people? Because this one actually seems potentially interesting. Either that or just bad. But so the name doesn't. The name actually got my attention just because how lame it is, but the premise is what's interesting. So the title is, there was a cute girl in the hero's party, so I tried confessing to her. So I thought, oh god, how painful is this? So I read the description. It's like, okay, a mid-tier demon has fallen head over heels for the enemy, and now he is determined to confess his feelings.
Okay, that would be fun. That is
why didn't you? Why?
Like, I think that, yeah, dub that instead of like one or two or three of the other ones that you are dubbing. Like,
generic high school romance number 500,000.
Yeah, because we totally need that. Yeah, no,
which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but
but you don't need to dub all of those.
Yeah, so this could be unbearably bad. We'll see.
It could be.
I am gonna check this out just to see if I should be upset.
You've got my interest. I might watch it with you.
Sure. And those are the ones that caught my eye. There are a lot of other sub shows, so if you don't mind subs, definitely go through the list for yourself, because there's a lot of other stuff that also did look good for what it was, but just had
that I
no
need to
interest
throw
for
a caveat on, because I watched it and it was generic as all hell. So this isn't it's bad. This is know what you're getting into. Noble reincarnation. Born blessed, so I'll obtain ultimate power. This thing is boring.
I don't even remember that, so my eye must have just slid straight over it.
Blue-haired guy with blue and red eye. Well, that is all of the shows and more. We had planned to have Sketch on. Unfortunately, there was a last-minute schedule conflict, so unfortunately, he wasn't with us. But know that he wanted to. He wanted to be here. And we'll get him next season for sure.
Yes. Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Yes. But that is our overview of the season. So, Ark, why don't you tell us about today's YouTube shoutout?
Okay, so today's YouTube shoutout is Extinct Zoo. So, Editing LK has just put his channel icon up on the screen. Do you like dinosaurs? Or things adjacent to dinosaurs in space and or time? If so, go check out Extinct Zoo. That's pretty much it.
Well, alright then.
Yeah, it's a paleontology channel. Go check him out. He does really good shit. That's really all there is to it.
Fair enough. Good stuff. I mean, I like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are fun.
Yeah, I mean, at least every little boy goes through a dinosaur phase. I think it's
required. Absolutely.
And many little girls I know too. Not all of them though.
And to this day, my favorite Transformer is Grimlock, the T-Rex. So take that as well.
Yep.
Me, Grimlock, want to munch better.
Well, that is their shout out. I'd totally throw a picture of Grimlock on the tree for that.
Do it. Put a clip in there.
Oh, I can do that. I can totally do
for
that.
when you quoted it, put a clip up instead.
Yes, I will do that. I will. I know where that clip. I know where that line is.
Exactly.
It's in the movie. Anyway, yeah, that is our stuff. So it's time to find out where people are. So, Ark, where can the people find you?
I've been continuing forays into Hitman. I've been purging the alien as Humanity First in Terra Invicta, the best faction. And in my headcanon, my operatives and characters are constantly making 40k references as they kill actual aliens. But anyway, and yada yada. So yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to know. As for me, you can find me on Twitter at LaserKidPrime. You can find me on Blue Sky at LaserKid. And you can find me on the Toonami Faithful podcast with friends of the podcast, Sketch, Kuro, and Steven, who's been on. So, yeah. We talk about Toonami. Check us out. As for Simuldub Saints, you can find us right here on YouTube, presumably where you're watching, based on the numbers, which is the main hope of the podcast. But we do also have an audio-only version over on Spotify Podcasts, which does push out to several other podcast platforms. You may be listening to us over there, in which case, hey, thanks for listening. Our main podcast is over on YouTube. We add pictures and such. Not a ton, but a little here and there for jokes and commentary and talk about what we're talking about. And if we're doing an award episode like we did last week, we'd make sure to show the awards. And of course, Simuldub Saints is on social media, on Twitter and Blue Sky at Simuldub Saints. And we've got a Facebook group that I basically just post new episodes links to. But hey, it's there. If you're so inclined, it's linked both on the YouTube and Spotify podcast page. So go check us out. Well, that about does it for this week's episode of Simuldub Saints. So until next time, catch you later. Today's episode was nice.